Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four! Well, I've been rolling in since the clock in Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. We're walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the stripes and it's away we go.
Hey everybody, it's Wuzzup time. I'm Larry Sidelinger. Here's the mayor of the mills, Bobby Whear. We got TV Toby on the floor here. CJ and Haven behind the camera. CJ, Toby, lay down, be a good boy. Bobby, we've got an interesting newspaper here this week. Some good things happened down the lighthouse.
Pamaclip Point is up and running.
It's up and running.
And pick a picture of my buddy Jimmy ringing the bell. A little dangerous using the back of a hatchet.
I was like, what? Could they find a ball peen hammer or something?
Well, they did have a hammer, but they said it wasn't loud enough. But anyways.
And there was Clyde Pendleton, who had a kind of a tough week. He not only had that, but he had said goodbye to his brother. Yeah, 85 years old, and 70 years on the fire department.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
The 400 people turned out for that celebration of life.
I bet they did.
For Ronnie Pendleton.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was a well-known guy around the community and did a lot for the community. I don't know Larry Kelsey. Do you know Larry Kelsey?
I just have to say I too, but he's got quite a story.
Yeah.
You know, he's basically he's about as South Bristol a guy as you can get.
He certainly is.
I don't think you can get away from his origins here. But nice picture of you, Larry, giving Mary Lee Harris her.
We got through it.
Damascotta Chamber.
We got through. I thought Jonathan Riley did a nice story. He made lemonade out of lemons there. He did a good job. He did a good job.
Yep. Let's see
Great picture there of the color guard there was saying.
Wow, you got your three sons and your brother carrying your casket. That's pretty emotional. So anyway, we got a long-time Somerville volunteer. He passed away. Frank Hampel gave a lot of.
Boy, he was really involved up the town. I was reading in that.
Town of Somerville.
Sure did.
Chris Johnson said he was as involved as you could get. With the town of Somerville.
Just looking out for the good of the people.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. I see Representative Michael Lemlin from Chelsea is.
Yep, he's looking for a re-election. His rising costs in fuel and one of his big ticket items. And then we got a gal on the other side, Judy.
Well, Bobby, wait a minute. Before we go on, how does if the president can't control and the governor can't control the cost of energy, how do you run?
Well, it's a
political talk.
It's a pitch.
Yeah.
You know, but you got to throw something that you're concerned
I guess,
about.
Housing, I can see that. I took a trip over to New Hampshire yesterday, and I was going up through Naples and Bridgeton, beautiful area over there. But in Bridgeton there, they've got a lot of housing that they've built, multiple unit complexes and whatnot. It's a beautiful area, and I can see why it's probably attracting, young people over to that part of the world.
Yeah, Bridgeton's a hot market over there.
Well, yeah, it's in the mountains there. And
jobs. It's all about jobs.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So, anyway.
And do you know this Judy Tunkel?
No, I don't. She's a Democrat from Dresden. She wants to see some changes going on, and so we'll see how she does. Boston girl.
She's not. What is she looking for?
Well,
communications between representatives. She's listening to people, but I mean, what is her goal here? She wants to do.
Well,
she's a retired farmer. Mm-hmm. She had a counseling practice in Baltimore. She's a program director of the YMCA in Louisiana.
I don't know. We got some first responders over there, Wiscasset and Woolwich. They were called to the a select board meeting September 17th, but they had a crash scene there. I believe it was on Route 27, and so they were very responsible in handling the case. You got, I think it was 5 cars, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, boy, that can get
dicey.
That can get messy. 5 cars. So we got the
bell is up at Lincoln
Boy,
Academy.
this is the week of the bell, isn't it?
Week of the bell.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I did. There was an editorial in here from one of the former teachers there that they was kind of, I couldn't really read into it. Beth Preston, I think.
Yeah, right.
You know, they put a lot of money in this bell. How about spend some money on the
Well,
visual arts
she's looking for a music room.
She was looking for a music room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been down the parking lot and checked that out?
Yep. Yeah, I have.
They finally look like they're doing some work down there.
Yeah, they got. I gotta go to work tonight. Where am I gonna park?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we got a little promo here from John Riley on the Schooner Fest, which is Sunday, and starts at noontime. Folks, you want to go down and pay a little homage to the employees and the schooner situation.
Yeah, Lincoln Health, they've got a new CAT scan coming.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you, they are just moving.
Yep.
They are just moving in a positive direction.
I'm probably going to have to
utilize it.
Well, I'm going to take advantage of their MRI machine.
You are?
Yeah, I got a new MRI machine. If I can get myself in there. Yeah. It's such a hassle to get any appointments or anything. You know, you got to go through this guy. Just give me an appointment.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah,
brutal.
So
they're going to do an oyster festival, the old Pembroke Oyster Festival. That's down in Booth Bay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Rusty Hinges. They're going to be at the Tin Top Cider Farm. It's over there.
That's over in Alden.
Yes, it is.
I don't know where that is.
Yep.
You know where that is over there?
I think it's right on 218, I think.
Huh.
So, and then they go, the Brightfield School. It's over there in Bath. And this gal, Melanie Christensen Fletcher, she's got a Harvard Graduate School degree, and so this is her second year. And I think it's a takeoff of what the Juniper Hill School was like up in Alna. You know, it's outdoor stuff for kids. They want the kids outdoors, and so.
Yeah. Who is on that Schooner Fest thing? Do you know the food trucks, the Red Barn of Augusta? Is that the Red Barn little takeout place up there?
I would think so.
I think so.
They do a lot of benefit work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do. It's basically a takeout place. It's basically like an ice cream stand, but they do a ton.
Well, they do a ton of business. They're kind of like a Lassen's Lunchbox up there in Augusta. But I've never stopped there.
They do a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits. And I guess they're taking the show on the road.
Yeah, and I've heard people that live in that area, like the food, want a lot of fried food, I guess.
Yep.
That's all right. That's all right. What do we got to turn the page here on?
Come down and check that out, folks.
Yeah, that'd be a fun time. You going down?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got my brother here.
I'm going down and listen to the Gulch because I'm not the next guy there. I'm not too crazy about, but it's going to be John Rennie's. The Round Pond Rangers are going to be down there. The jam session that night will be great.
Yeah, later, right?
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll make it or not, but that's cool. How about this exchange?
Yeah, I know the place. It's right on 220 there, a little bit outside the village of Waldoboro, and so Reverend Peggy and Ron Davis, they got a nonprofit. It's called Madomic Exchange, and so they do a lot of work, a lot of different work.
Sounds like over Waldoboro, they're going to put it up to the voters to whether they can have consumer fireworks.
Yeah.
In town.
Hey, why is Waldoboro against fireworks?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the first year that fireworks was, anybody could have them. Mm-hmm. I was living on Pemaquid Lake, right across from Duck Puddle Campground. Mm-hmm. Believe me, I was not happy that Paul LePage had signed that bill because those fireworks were going off all hours of the day and night. Well, they finally got a handle on it.
But you got to have some regulation.
You got to have something.
Yeah. So
people
anyway,
do not care.
The other thing going on is they got that food sovereignty situation. And so basically what this says is anybody can grow vegetables and sell them.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Why not?
You don't have to have the guy wants to sell a cucumber. right now he's going to have a state inspector come in. He wants to sell you a cucumber for
Yeah.
$1. He needs a state inspector to come in.
When I was 8 years old selling vegetables to the mailman,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have had a permit.
Yeah. Well.
I think we used to get 2 cucumbers for a nickel. I think we used to get a nickel for 2 cucumbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
A nickel for a tomato, and
Yeah.
corn we used to get 10 cents for.
Yeah.
Now we're talking 1960, 61.
Right. Well, it's no wonder you didn't go into the produce business.
No, couldn't make any money doing that.
The craziest thing I ever heard of was the Moose Crossing. The grandmother of Tyler Lupian walked out and they had a geranium, and Mrs. Tyler's grandfather said, "You ought to sell that geranium," and she wheeled it out to Route 1 and sold the geranium, and that was the start of Moose Crossing.
That was the start of Moose Crossing. I went over the other day and picked up my wife some mums.
Yeah.
They only had 5,000 less, and she was there 2 days earlier, and they'd said they sold 2,000 in 2 days.
Do they actually grow them there?
They do. Yep.
They grow them there.
Yep. Yeah. 15,000.
Wow. So Nova's got that. They got that construction going on. It's Cotton Brook Stream Culvert, they're calling it. And we learned because of this where the Cotton Brook Stream was.
Yeah, that's up by you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's right on the train tracks there.
It's right under the train tracks.
Yeah.
So they've
I
got
come up by there the other day and thinking I was going to go up to my mowing lawn there.
Yeah.
Couldn't go. I had to turn
Yeah,
around and go all the way
correct.
back around the bend.
Yeah, you have to go all the way up. You want to go to the dump now? You got to go all the way up West Neck Road.
How long is
and
that
all
going to be
across.
laid out?
I don't know, but it's all going on. But they're looking into other culvert repairs, and they're also looking into state funding for culvert repairs. I guess there's a Lori Graziano from the Lincoln County Regional Planning Office Commission. She says there's money's available. So anyway, there's a lot of culverts. They've got Lower Cross Road, Duck Puddle Road, Bayview Road.
Yeah.
So,
bunch of
anyway.
culverts got to go in. They're going to divvy up the ARPA funds.
Yep.
They got about $78,000 left there. They got to figure out what they're going to do with it.
No, you
I
gotta-
wouldn't think they'd have a hard time finding what, but the government just tell them what they got to spend on.
Correct.
I think the towns know better what money should be spent on than the government. But
Yeah, Waldeboro Library, they got a local artist. Her name's Janet Gervais. She's going to be down there for probably a month. And then the other thing going on over in Bremen, you got a resident who was a little upset that the
Minutes
the
were
minutes
posted.
aren't posted.
Yeah, but
you
come
know?
to, I think they were posted. And she
Well,
just didn't-
according to Melanie Pendleton,
They were.
she said they post them right after the meeting, but this woman says she can't see them.
Yeah.
So
And that Central Lincoln County school system there, they're talking about a new education center or something.
Right.
Doesn't sound like that's going to
well,
fly.
they want to have their own office, central office.
Central office. Doesn't sound
Yeah.
like that's going to happen.
Yeah, so they're looking into different trash options for because they go to the Wiscasset transfer station now. But anyway, they're going to pay the transfer station $120,000 in quarterly installments for the right to use the Wiscasset dump.
Yep. Yep. $10,000 a month.
Yeah, there's that Beth Preston's.
Editorial.
Yeah,
But what I really liked was that full page ad, and nonpartisan political advertisement. Democracy is a process that is never finished.
Yeah,
Heather
yeah.
Cox Richardson.
yeah,
Boy, she has written some really interesting stuff lately.
yeah. She has. I bet you see John McCain. John McCain, of course, he's an ex-state rep, and he lives in Newcastle. I mean, he's writing just from what his situation is, and his taxes have gone up 30% over the last year, right? Mm-hmm. And $2,000 increase in 1 year.
Well, he makes a great point there about certain things, but I think the legislature, the state has to look at the towns that need a way of raising money. And I've always said that municipal tax is the only way they're going to do it, where the money, whatever's generated off that tax, stays in the community. Whether it's 1% of all goods and services or 0.5% of all goods and services sold.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah.
The guy paid.
Think about it. Somebody that's doing business in a certain town is paying, like, I get a food and lodging tax, 9%. That money all goes to the state.
Yeah, why?
None of that money goes in the town that I'm operating in.
No, and that's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yep.
So, it's crazy.
Towns don't have they don't have a lot of ways to make money. They got excise tax and things like that, but there's not a lot of
It
ways.
hasn't gone, even though cost of cars have gone up and the excise tax is based on the cost, it hasn't gone up at the same rate as the cost of just operating. Town managers are more expensive, the help staff is more expensive, just the cost of operations is more expensive. Yeah. Some interesting, but I thought, in the Lincoln County News, I thought that they were going to stay away from this political stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Nigel wrote a column that's very political.
Yeah.
And some of the others did too. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like that policy changes a little bit here. Just saying, don't know for sure.
We like the letters like the Richard Mason writes from Round Pond. He wants a speed sign put up between Chamberlain.
Now that's important.
Yeah, between New Harbor and Chamberlain.
Yeah.
It's pretty densely populated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make repairs. The CHIPS community, they made repairs. Did you see that? There was a letter. There was a lady up in Jefferson that walked by a guy's house. She kept walking by and noticing that his roof was in disrepair, and getting worse. She called CHIPS, right? It was such a project, CHIPS couldn't handle it. So CHIPS made a referral to another organization who paid the money to have the guy's roof replaced. And now she's very happy with that situation.
Nice stuff.
We got carpenters Rick Campbell and Mike Campbell Jr. They're working on a roof. They're working through CHIPS. They're working on a roof over there. And the other thing that's cool is the Lincoln Academy students. They're taking part. It's called Community Cares Days, and CHIPS is involved, and then they got Lincoln Academy students involved in Community Cares Days.
Yeah. Yeah, this got to be pretty interesting down at Lincoln Theater. They're going to screen a documentary on trustworthy news.
Yeah.
And that makes you ask the question, what are you watching on TV is trustworthy, what isn't?
Yeah. Well, that's the type of thing you go to, and after you go to it, you think to yourself, what have I been watching?
I felt that way after I watched that debate last week.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, did I tell you my friend called me up and he says, I didn't realize Saturday Night Live was on Tuesday.
No, it was on Tuesday night that night, yeah, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
The Conservation District, I think I mentioned last week, Knox Lincoln Soil and Water, they're looking for board nominations for Board of Supervisors. They need some staff. We got a free mental health convention for teens. This could be good. September 28th.
We should have done that when we were teens, Bobby.
Yeah, mental health.
Yeah.
Bake sale.
Because we were pretty mental.
Yeah, and we weren't healthy.
No, absolutely not. Physically maybe, but not mentally.
No.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Full moon hiking season's up there to Hidden Valley.
Boy, some of these moons.
Oh, man, it's been beautiful, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Sherry Tucker had a picture of the moon come up the other day down in New Harbor. Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, I got to turn the page, Bobby. We got to get the sports page before we run out of time.
Oh, yeah, right. All right.
Yeah, Jeff Hilton died over in Noble.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was even sick.
Worked for the DOT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
we got a Wednesday, September 25th, Rutherford Island, Rutherford Library, in South Bristol. They're gonna do an information night with Tidewater about fiber optics, and so there'll be people from Tidewater there telling you about fiber optics. I can't believe they don't have fiber optics down there.
I don't know. Bremen's got it, but some of these towns jumped on the bandwagon early and really were aggressive in getting all this funding for these grants and stuff, and some of them dragged their feet, and I don't understand why, but. Yeah, Maine Craft weekend returns.
The other thing is you got a Schooner Fest return coming September 21st, this Saturday.
Yeah, and they're going to donate some of their profits to the Schooner Fest down here in Damascotta.
No kidding.
Yeah.
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 Oh, fantastic.
Good staff.
So.
Yeah, good staff. Yeah, lots of pictures here from the Samoset Fire Company there. with all the look at the generation of firefighters. Wow.
Old Bristol Historical Society. They're going to have John Roberts come in and talk about the Lincoln County News, probably the history of the Lincoln County News, where it's progressed from then to now. And
that ought to be worth filming, you know it?
yeah, and then I always like to.
That's this Sunday. I've got time.
I always like to talk about the Goose Pecker Trekker because I like saying it. And so anyway, that's going to be October 5th. That's up in Montville.
How do you say that again? The Goose Pecker Trekker.
Goose Pecker Trekker. And so anyway, it has to flow, you know.
It has to flow.
Yeah, you can't. You
get your goose pecker flow.
Right. So anyway, that's up in Montville, the headwaters area in Montville. Sheepscot River headwaters.
Yeah. Good place for it.
Actually starts up there.
Yeah.
Let's see, Helping Hands in Round Pond. They got a cookbook.
That's almost a hike I'd want to go on, just to say I've been on it.
Wow, I just want to meet the guy who invented the name. What the heck is a goosepecker?
I have no. I'm not sure I want to know.
Yeah. Well,
we want to talk football.
Yeah, okay.
Mahoning Valley came roaring back. They put it to Nokomis up there, and an 80-yard pass play. The one pass play of the game went 80 yards for a touchdown.
Who's the QB?
His name is Simmons.
Yep.
Wyatt Simmons. And they ran the ball successfully. 70-yard touchdown from scrimmage. Freshman. They just came on, and we'll have a live stream starting about 6:45 this weekend. We've got.
What about Mahoning girls soccer?
They're tough.
They're 4-0.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, girls soccer's always been one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And then the L.A. Well, the Lincoln County golf team that Kellen Atticus, he lost to somebody.
Yeah, he doesn't lose very often.
No, I've never heard of him losing, but he lost to Jack Quinn. So anyway, Gardner.
Yeah. Lots of golf going on. Boy, they've had great weather for it, haven't they?
Golf.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Yeah.
People that are golfers have been in heaven.
Yeah.
But the L.A. homecoming, that's coming. That's a week from Saturday,
Well,
folks.
this week is Mahoning Valley homecoming.
Right.
So we'll have LCTV. Will have a soccer game Thursday night, football game Friday night, soccer game doubleheader on Saturday. So we got with Lincoln Academy, both boys and girls. So you folks at home, you want to watch a little high school football and soccer, it will be right there on LCTV.
Beautiful.
Live streaming, yeah. Jefferson Historical Society, they got the Spirit of America Award.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I was telling Larry when I got here today, I put my decal on my buddy Dylan York's car.
And he won, huh?
And he won his heat, but he came in third in the finals.
Yeah.
But I got a picture of the Mill Pond Inn decal, and I was all excited about that.
Yeah.
So it's amazing what makes you excited, you know. So we got the AOS 93 school districts combined up with Coastal Rivers, and they got a adventure program. So all the grammar schools are able to go out to. They go to different places, but they go to Coastal Rivers and.
Yeah. And I didn't realize Dow's got a big warehouse going up over
Big
there.
one,
Yeah.
like double the size.
Yeah.
So
And a lot of racing still going on.
a lot of racing, folks.
Yeah.
You got to get over there and see that.
That's the best buy for $5 you can get, isn't it, Bobby?
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Lincoln County Republicans, they're going to meet on the 25th. They're going to do something at Lutheran Church. There's your friend Jimmy right there
Yeah,
with the
right.
hatchet.
Yeah. So the town of Bremen, pretty cool. They have laptops and tablets that are available.
You can borrow
They can
them.
lend them out.
Yeah, and you can lend them for like up to 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, they got free laptops and tablets.
Yeah. Yeah, good staff. Good staff. That's a pretty touching tribute, Ron Pendleton.
Yeah. Lincoln County Republicans, they got to meet September
Yeah.
25th.
Apple Fest is coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, up the Old Road Gym.
Well, the other cool thing is the tradition of the donuts.
The donut.
Because Fonda York was the donut queen
Right.
for years and years, but they've got Jill Nutter and her team, they're going to be making donuts up
Hot
there.
donuts, boy. Is there anything better than a
No,
hot
nothing,
donut?
nothing,
Man.
nothing.
We talked about the Medina Valley homecoming. There it is, big picture of it. All the events, the cross country. We're going to film the cross country race over there too, and we got a bunch of stuff going on that day.
Our friend Cindy Wade and her sister Chrissy Wadger. Nobody does the baked bean supper better than them. Up
Those
at
two, two are on it when it comes to baked beans.
The Sheepskins Community Church. They got it's a nice little community up there.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah. And those two girls love being in the kitchen too. Those two ladies, they do.
Yeah.
They're
Freeman Country Fair, October 5th. That's always a good take. And I think you mentioned the homecoming for Madonna.
Oh, yeah. That's a big deal over there. They have a big bonfire after the football game.
Oh, yeah?
Ah, big time. Yep. They got a golf at 3:30. They got football with Brewers going to be in town, and they got pretty good mean hamburger. Lincoln Academy's got it hands down for French fries, hands down. But Dominick's got a pretty damn good hamburger.
Okay.
They got a pretty damn good hamburger.
There's a tip, folks.
Yeah.
Eileen Cole's got her article on the Newcastle Railroad Station, and I think you're going to see that. Rob Nelson owns that now, so I think you might see it get redone. But anyway, we got a Scottish band coming. They're called the Langan Band. They're going to be coming to the Opera House in Booth Bay, September 25th, and anyway.
Yeah. I like the story of the turkey and the horse there, the pony, the donkey, Marcel the pony. The turkey there, the name is Sophie the turkey said.
Oh, yeah.
Who writes that? Catherine Dunn.
Yeah.
She's pretty cool.
Whitefield, right?
I don't know where she's from.
Yeah. Arbor Theater. They're going to show classic movies. The Maltese Falcon, Double Indemnity, Sunset Boulevard, High Noon, To Kill a Mockingbird, and The Last Picture Show. That's some classic movies. So they're going to start showing those coming up here. And you got Rutherford Library. They got the History of Thanksgiving presentation. Who's going to do that? Dr. Jean Christie.
Yeah.
There's probably some good stories in the history of. I know I have a few stories from Thanksgiving.
I wish I had time to go to
Thanksgiving past.
Yeah, yeah. And we said on our newsletter this week that YMCA got a $30,000 grant for. Congratulations, Casey and her team down there. They work hard at it.
Well, they know what the community needs.
They do.
They do, and they go after funding.
And the community needs childcare right now.
Childcare. Brutal.
Foreign Auto, they're going to do a rendezvous down there at the Owl's Head Transportation Museum. That'd be some interesting cars down there, wouldn't it?
Right. Oh, sure.
Yeah. Well, Bobby, we've done it this week. We've got 10 seconds left here to go.
Okay.
Got to say goodnight.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's about it. You got a busy weekend over the mill pond?
Family coming.
Oh, yeah.
That's a busy time.
Busy time, yeah. So, folks, we think Toby, stop. That's been this time. Wuzzup is all over with. He's Bobby Whear. I'm Larry Sidelinger. Casey and CJ and Haven behind the camera, and Toby raising the devil here. See you next time, folks. Thanks for watching. Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.